What's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B-Hop Radio Shout In. Stepping in the building, I got a friend and a partner to the show off in this thing. New Orleans own the legend himself. Hey. Fiend, what's good with it, boss?
Everything's solid, man. It's awesome to see you, my friend, my brothers.
As always, man. You know.
Yeah.
Fiend, first of all, you know, we were just talking offline when I had to tell you that I got a little pissed off when that Thank God It's Fiend came out after the last time we talked. And I didn't get a chance to share with the world my thoughts on that album and how crazy it was, man. Can you talk to me about the reception of that Thank God It's Fiend and what that was like, giving your people and your fan base some new Fiend that was on a whole nother damn level?
Hey, man, first of all, I'm happy that you got a chance to check out the project.
Yes, sir.
I felt like when I recorded it, it's a feeling of I can't believe I'm in this little vibe, this zone, and then you get into a zone that you don't want to share it because it's like I can't share this just yet. So I'll be selfish with it, right, until it's all the way right, right? And when I got it right, I was ready to give it to the world. And the project is dope, man. It's I went through every emotion on this project. I was happy, I was sad, I was up, I was down, I cried.
My God.
You heard me? I was mad, you know, just on some real life stuff, you feel me? And I appreciated it because I really processed this time in my life that this music has been my therapist. And I never really known how much it was therapy for me to get it out.
My God.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, like this project is a dope. I've seen a lot of people go through. We jamming, right? We jamming like the fuck, right? But for some reason, man, I always glimpse into. It's a bigger vibration when somebody be like, "This means something to me," or "This got me through something." Yeah. Because I like to jam too. I want calls going by banging my fucking music too. But I saw direct messages on Twitter, and Instagram. Of fellow brothers like our age, right? And full emotional tears and
my God.
Yeah, like and it just made me say, like, just think about this. You could have not recorded that. Look how far we come. You could have not recorded that and expressed yourself how you express. You could have not freestyled half of that verse. And put yourself in a box and just how much is right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm grateful for the process, the bridge, the vessel. I'm grateful for the creator. I'm grateful for my experiences of putting this body at work together because from top to bottom, it's an experience, it's a vibe. And if you've been on anything I've ever been doing, it's worth visiting.
Exactly.
It's worth visiting.
When you think about the hundreds of thousands and millions of views and, you know, streams that this thing got, what was that like when you saw the reception to the music and the audience saying, "Thank God It's Fiend"?
Man, the reception from the people, man, is a validation, which is not needed, but it's appreciated. Yeah. To know that you got your point across. Yeah. Thank God It's Fiend is... In my conversation, in my dialogue, when I say you, me, whatever, if I'm giving some advice or just sharing some thoughts, I'm always realistically also talking to myself. Yeah. So Thank God It's Fiend is like, thank God I ain't get finesse. Thank God for family. Thank God I found myself. Yeah. Thank God I ain't forget myself.
Come on.
Those were what the project really mean. I inserted my name just to use myself as example.
Facts.
Thank God It's B-High.
Come on
thank God
now.
It's E. Thank God It's Mossy.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Like thank God I found me. Thank God I reminded myself of me. Because out here the world has its own perception and how I want to perceive you. Yeah. And your whole purpose is to find you, learn you, and be you.
Come on now.
So that's all what this project was. And
Make UGK proud, man.
God, man.
That visual was hard as hell. That was another trunk rattler. And I had to crank that stereo all the way up when I rode around the A-Town of that thing, man. Come on, Fiend. What was it that made you say, let me make UGK proud of this thing?
I felt like when I heard the beat produced by the Regime, I just felt like, man, like, man, if Pimp heard this motherfucker right here, you know what I'm saying? And then I said to myself, could you imagine Pimp, Bun, Smoke D, like having this in the thick of what they were doing like in 2021, 2022?
Yeah.
So I just did my humble approach of just a kid walking to school, listening to them on cassette. How can I give just a small rendition of expression of just where this vibe is taking me? You know what I mean? Hey, for the record, I got a remix with Smoke D on that thing.
My God.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say this man wordplay is just unbelievable, bro. Shout out to Long Live Bun B. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Rest in paradise, Pimp C.
That's
hey,
right.
bro, like, my God.
Fiend, take me back to that kid with that cassette deck listening to UGK. What was that like, being a fan of UGK, then eventually working with K, but then laying the smack down yourself in the game and being regarded in the same levels that UGK is being regarded?
Man, to even be to even be a kid coming up to listening to your favorite people, to having the blessing to be able to work with them, let alone to build camaraderie, friendship, and a brotherhood with these super legend, historical walking beings. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
I'm grateful. I'm super humbled and honored. You know what I'm saying? Because I was walking to school, listening to them on cassette, hoping not to get jumped at the bus stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, wearing my brother A-ball jacket, hoping not to get robbed.
Come
on. You know what I'm saying? So I was listening to this. I started walking from school to avoid my statistic rate of me getting jumped randomly, just because it was such a common thing there.
Yeah,
it wasn't just pick on Jones.
Yeah,
it was
going to fuck down everywhere.
Fucking body can So I said the walks and the music I just blocked out. Yeah, and I just was listening to my UGK, listening to my what's the name of the soundtrack? Minister Society.
My God.
I just was going through these vibes and I was listening to the grown-ups, not really seeing myself in these shoes because they was talking some grown-up shit.
Facts.
But I was in the back seat of those cars listening and riding with them. Yeah. Like a lot of guys grew up and a lot of girls grew up listening to me. And it's life-changing. I work with Pimp, I work with Bun, and now I have an opportunity to work with Smoke, and it's super humbling, bro.
What was it like going from being a fan to being a comrade, though, man? What was that whole transition like?
Man, to be able to be in the same room with these greats, and to be, whether or not to even be acknowledged, similar, close to, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's rewarding. You know what I'm saying? It's super rewarding because you can say it all you want. Yeah. But you just don't see it, especially when they had that type of impact on your life. Same as I look at with Snoop. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I bought Doggy Style on cassette, on CD. I remember loaning my shit to somebody that went to Mac Main. I don't know what friend it was. I was like, look, man, you got to burn my motherfucking Snoop, dog. Yeah. You heard me? Like I listen to this every day. It's still super, like, a little surreal. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But my bad. But the friendships made it beyond realistic. But it's always an eye-opener when you come around family or go around family and they see you with these people. Yeah. And they know what they meant to you, or know what they meant to them, and see y'all just standing, you know, shoulder to shoulder, chopping up on some shit. You know what I mean?
But then you go on to become a legend in your own right, Fiend. So what is that like when you start laying the smack down in the game and building your buzz and your fan base? Did you feel like the stuff that you were saying on them tracks would be something that would have you performing for the next 20-something years straight? Man. And did you feel like it was going to resonate with that audience to where it would evoke that same emotion that they got 20 years prior, 20 years later?
You know what? I'm just starting to worry about what I'm going to say in music. Like, what I'm going to say. Oh, this should be dope to them. Yeah. I don't give a fuck about all that. It was therapy. Yeah. Like, I was able to get it out of me and I realized that I was so good I may be able to change the trajectory of wealth in my family. I just didn't give a fuck, and I mean that in the most positive way I can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was in a zone, I expressed it, I recorded it, and it ended up being dope vibes. But to be 20 plus years later, I'm just happy I wrote it down and wrote about it, because I could have kept it all in those life, all that life within you, trauma, the good times, everything, and it just would have been, maybe some conversations at the barbershop, opposed to building a small congregation of people that's been getting through something for over 20 years.
That's right.